So let's begin our class. So coming to standing at the front of your mat, toes together, heels slightly apart. And we're going to start with a few breathing exercises today. As I may or may not have told you already, I am super tired. So we're going to start with some energizing breath work. So just becoming aware of the whole body, from the toes, right to the top of the head, right to the tip of the fingers, just finding some stillness. And beginning to allow your breath to circle. The inhale, lifting through the body, lengthening. And the exhale, grounding you down. Feeling like you're rooting into the floor. Each toe tip is pressing down. The pads of your feet are connecting on that exhale. And again, the inhale draws that length up. The exhale grounds the feet down. Just really beginning to move into the body, noticing what moves as you breathe, noticing how you feel as you breathe. Okay. And then when you're ready, we're just going to bring the hands up. And as we bring the hands up, we're going to take a deep inhale through our mouth. And then press it all out on the way down. So again, as we inhale, deep inhale through the mouth. Twice more, inhaling. Once more, inhaling. Amazing. This time, inhale super slowly through the nose. Expand out the sides. Reach all the way up to the top. Hold at the top for a moment. And then exhale. All the way up to the sides. Feeling the shoulders sink. Feeling your fingertips anchor towards the floor. One more time like this. Inhale. Feel that sense of expanding, of growing, of opening. Exhale, stretch out, really feel like your shoulders are dropping away from your ears, your neck is growing longer, and find that steady standing position. So we're going to begin by warming up the wrists. So just doing wrist circles, and then one ankle circles as well. Awesome. Notice how very stable I am today. It's quite surprising. And the same thing on the other side, take the wrist circles in the other way, and ankle circles. And this is more just making you aware of your balance today. So just noticing how we're feeling, how balanced are we feeling. Notice where your weight goes. So swap over one more time. This time we're gonna do nice waves with the arms. Here's your coordination. See if you can do circles while you do waves. I absolutely can't, this is amazing. And then starting over again, having a laugh at yourself because this is ridiculous. You can't do waves and circles at the same time. Amazing. And then bring it back down. We're just going to lift one foot up again and then just move the weight forwards and backwards. And just notice how that feels, how stable that feels. And the same thing on the other side. So with an exhale, press down and just begin to move forwards and backwards at the front of your mat. So all of this is a little bit of just a warm up to the flow that we're going to be doing today. It's going to be a handstand based flow. And so we're just learning the integrals of handstand, one of which is balance. So come back to the other foot again. And this time as we're standing, I want you to press down and activate that leg. So it's almost locked out, but not quite. Push, push, push through the floor. And then push your hips forward and draw your ribs down. So we're coming into what I call a typical hollow shape or a handstand shape. And see if that feels any, and keep that shape kind of locked in. This is another principle of handstand, which is that kind of tension, that squeezing sensation, having the body all in one piece. And just see if it's any easier to move with that body nicely locked and shaped. This is really nice and simple for you. You can try taking the arms back and forwards and just moving in one plane, taking the weight forwards and backwards with the breath. seeing how much you can press through the leg, draw in the belly button, push forward in the hips, draw back in the rib cage. Okay, exhale, shake it out on that side. Coming on to the other side, same thing again. So finding that alignment with the foot. And again, just noticing how your body relaxes. And then pushing into your foundations, lengthening through that leg, pushing the hips forward, drawing the ribs in. Option to stay here, just move that weight forwards and backwards, or option to lift up the hands. Again, see if you can keep that straight shape through the back, trying to move in one line. So this may feel a little bit odd, keep going. Just a few more breaths, keep breathing. That's the hardest thing when your body's locked into shape. The hardest thing is to keep breathing. Okay, and with an exhale, come down. Fine. Coming to the front of the mat, we're going to start. So this will be very much like a normal vinyasa class, but through it, I'll talk you through the elements of handstand bit by bit. So we'll pick up bits here and there. I'll be giving you instructions to do certain things with your body, find certain alignments, and all of those may seem a bit random at the time, but they'll be to translate into your practice later. Okay, so when you're ready, toes together, heels slightly apart. Take an inhale, lift the hands up, gaze up, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, release the head and neck. Inhale, lift and lengthen, half fold, draw the belly in, find a flat back, maybe draw the ribs up and in, and a long neck. Exhale, place the hands down, and I want you to bring the hands so that the finger next to the thumb is pointing basically forward, and you're pushing the ground away, leaning your weight slightly into the pads of the hands as you step back. And I have a dog at the end of my mat, so I've got to be careful. Okay, sorry, Theo. Finding your plank, pushing out through the heels. And notice I'm not sagging, I'm driving through the ground. I imagine it as a screwing action, so the eyes of the elbows face forward. And I'm lifting into the rib cage and pushing down with the hips. Okay, if this is too much for you, feel free to bring it down onto the knees, but keep the core activated. So I'm not bringing it into a saggy tabletop. I'm still pushing it away. When you're ready, with an exhale, everyone knees to the floor, chest to the floor. Inhale, lift through the chest. Nice, lengthening through the toes, drawing the heart forward. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Press up, see if you can squeeze the ribcage away from the floor so you come up in one long line. And then press back to your downward dog. First downward dog of the day, spreading the fingers nice and wide, releasing the neck. Taking some nice deep breaths into the space between the shoulder blades. Maybe circling through the head. Maybe giving a few shakes and nods. And we're spreading the fingers wide, lifting the toes on the inhale. And the exhale takes those toes down, anchoring back into the legs. So we want this kind of flat back position. So that's going to be very important in our transitions to handstands. So if that means that when your legs are straight, your back looks like this, and you need to bend the knees so that you can get that line between the wrist and the bum pointing up to the ceiling or the corner of the room, then please do. Okay, if this is feeling a little bit much on the wrist today, then please feel free to bring the knees down at any point. Otherwise, we're going to go cat-cow from downward dog. So on the inhale, we bend the elbows, lift the chest, breathe in. On the exhale, we power through the hands, really extend, hollow through the body, ribs to the ceiling, tuck the chin, gaze at the belly button. That's a lot to take in, isn't it? Try it one more time. Inhale, lift the chest through, open the heart, gaze forward. Exhale, power through the hands, draw the ribcage up to the ceiling, hollow. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now, option here is either to tiptoe roll, which is come onto your tiptoes, exhale back, have a little hop, come onto your tiptoes, exhale back, have a little hop, or just walk your way to the front of the mat. My mat's migrated slightly. There you go. So again, maybe we're hopping, and I'm not doing a very good job of this, but when you hop, keep that kind of hollow shape, keep your hands extended, and see if you can move your body in one long line. Okay, once you've found the front of the mat, inhale, lift and lengthen, half fold, maybe hands are on shins. Exhale, fold all the way, release the head and neck. This is a nice break. Inhale, power through the feet, root down, spread your wings, lift the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, grounding through the fingertips, through the shoulders, through the feet. And again, inhale, sweep the hands up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, release the head and neck, gaze to the knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen, half fold, long spine, tuck the chin. Exhale, press those hands down. Now, if any of you have done my jump back workshop, this is the time to start recruiting that ability to jump back. So everyone together, pushing into the hands. Maybe you need to bend the knees here, that's fine. Stacking shoulders over wrists, screwing the hands into the floor, really finding that contact. And then gently maybe squeezing one leg up into the chest, really squeezing, drawing the belly button in, finding all the engagement you can on the inhale. And then exhaling it down. Same thing on the other side, inhaling up. And exhaling down. And then maybe you float, maybe you hover, maybe you jump back into either plank or chaturanga. Wherever you are, keeping that core engaged. With an exhale, everyone together, use the knees if you need to, lowering down. With an inhale, lengthen through the toes, lift up. Option cobra. Option to take a wide cobra, fingertips, elbows drawing back, heart drawing forward, like your tops of your feet are magnetized to the floor, but your heart is magnetized in front of you. You're lifting, you're opening with the inhale. Exhale, lower down, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Again, draw those ribs away from the floor, engage the arms, and then press up and back to your downward dog. Amazing. So maybe you breathe here, remembering everything we do in downward dog, if your wrists are not feeling great, can be done on the forearms or can be done on the hands and the knees. Okay, so today I'm going to teach from downward dog. So from downward dog, coming into this position. Amazing. Bringing one foot into the center of the mat. Inhale, lifting up the other. It doesn't matter which one it is. And again, trying to find that straight line. So rather than coming out of line, straightening, keeping that hollow, lifting the ribcage up to the ceiling. And then with an exhale, we're going to roll the knees to the chest, chin to knee. Inhale, back up. Twice more. Chin to knee. Inhale, back up. Chin to knee. Inhale, back up. And then gently bringing that foot forward and stepping it across. So you're crossing over your legs. And just bending the knees a little bit, having a shake. Loop that leg back and cross the other direction. Bending the hips, having a shake. Maybe moving through the side body. Take an inhale, spring that leg up back into the sky. And exhale, bring it down. Take a rest here. Maybe a child's pose. Maybe you choose to adjust and bring this to your knees. Or maybe we carry on. Inhaling, lifting the opposite leg up, pushing through the ground, lengthening through the toe, still breathing. And then again, exhale, chin to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to knee. Amazing. And then when you're ready, inhale, lengthen. All this is about you finding that handstand shape. You imagine you just kind of moved this line to my toe pointing to the ceiling, I'd be in an activated handstand. Okay, when you're ready, taking that foot across in front of the grounded foot, bending the knees, having a little wiggle, swapping over, taking it behind, bending the knees, having a little wiggle, and stepping it back, shooting it up to the sky, and exhaling down. Awesome. When you're ready, rolling forward, bending the knees, maybe hop, stepping, jumping to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the legs, spread your wings, lift up. Exhale, release. Okay, one more of Surya Namaskar, a variation. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward, release the head and neck. Inhale, lift and lengthen, half fold. Exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, jump back. Again, remember that leaning, the pressing, the squeezing of the knees into the chest. Maybe your feet lift off the floor, maybe they don't. Finding your way back to a plank or your chaturanga. With an exhale, lowering down. With an inhale, lifting up. Up dog or cobra, the elbows bent, as we've done before. Exhale, draw the belly button into spine, roll, 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 all the way back and over to your downward dog. You heard those juicy clicks? That was my knees. Okay, breathing here. Lovely. Find that grounding again, find that rhythm. Aside from all the gymnastics, every bit of yoga, every bit of movement I do comes back to the practice of breathing and movement, celebrating what the body can do, not worrying about what the body can't do. We're going to do a few rolls here. So with an inhale, lift your chest towards the ceiling, tuck your chin. And exhale, press back. If you're super used to doing these, you can get creative, finding to roll in one direction and the other, really testing the way your joints of your wrists move, the way your spine moves. But if you're not comfortable with that, it's fine to just be doing a nice arch forward into a plank position and a lovely roll back. Awesome. Practicing that essential balance again. You can always come down onto your knees for this or do it from downward dog. Wherever you are, with an inhale, lift out the right hand and the left leg. Engage. And you can be doing this up in downward dog. You can be doing this in tabletops. Slightly different challenge, but I want to see that leg engaged, that arm engaged, and the ribs lifting up and in. Nice. If you were pushed over right now, you'd land in this shape. Exhale, bring it down. Have a little shake around. Inhale, same thing on the other side, lifting up. Stretching through the legs, stretching through the fingertips, ribs up and in. Exhale, bring it down. Nice. Okay, everyone bringing their knees to the floor now. So if you're in downward dog, nice exhale, coming down onto the knees. And you should have your hands grounded, your knees on the floor. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to see if we can kind of keep the shape and spring up. Little tuck jumps. So just be careful. What I want you to focus on here is you're pushing the ground away. So if you didn't have those active arms screwing into the floor, shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide, if they were kind of like this, soggy, when you jump up, you feel that collapse. So what we're focused on building here is a push with the arms. I'm not too worried about the rest of you. If you're a super experienced handstander, you can focus on that knees up into chest, really getting everything engaged here. But really I want you to see you pushing your arms away and keeping those arms nice and straight and strong. I don't worry about how high you get, but what I don't want to see is arms buckling. If you're worried that your shoulders aren't open enough, you can use this opportunity as well, just to begin to open the shoulders before you do maybe another round or two. So trying to keep the ribs in and lift the shoulders back. Okay, one more round and we're going to take this to the front of our mat. So keep hands to the front of the mat, pushing the ground away, hopping to the feet on the floor at the front of your mat. Amazing. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, sweep the hands, gaze up. Exhale, release the hands down by your sides. Awesome. Starting with Surya Namaskara. B. Okay, so this is going to be intense, but this is a shorter class than normal, so we can do this. Pause and take a break and a drink at any time you want to. With an inhale, bend the knees, lift the hands up, squeeze the knees together, draw the core in. With an exhale, fold forward, release the head and neck. With an inhale, lift and lengthen. Maybe you try a straight leg, float back. Maybe you jump back. Maybe you step back to your chaturanga or plank. Inhale, lift up to your up dog. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll through the spine into your down dog. Quick transition here. Cut the left foot round, step the right foot forward. Sweep up into a warrior A position, a warrior A position. Okay, and from here, I want your knee tracking towards your toes, not in front of them. I want your hips square to the front of your mat. On an inhale, drawing up and in with the core, lifting the ribs back. So you notice my normal warrior is kind of like, hello, I'm here, quite floaty. Whereas today I want you to be pushing through the back foot, pushing through the front foot, drawing up and in the core. So you've got a more hello, quite strict kind of looking. Awesome. And from here, we're going to focus on keeping a line again. So you'll notice this position from the down dog we were doing with the leg lifted. It is this line that we're looking for, ribs in, arms in line. And we're going to push off the back foot, hover, and come back down and see if we can keep that line. Now, don't worry if you haven't got a mirror. It's more about the feeling. So you'll know if you're not keeping that line because you'll land and then you'll have to correct. If you can look down and see your toes, nice straight line going to them, you're on to a winner. If you have to go, oh, then maybe you need to adjust. So twice more. Drawing those ribs in, lengthening. 1, exhale down. 2, exhale down. Find that grounding, bring your hands into the chest. Let those shoulders settle for a moment, breathe. Remember where you are, remember your breath, remember you are amazing. And on the next exhale, bring the hands down to the floor, step back, lower down, inhale, lift, cobra or up dog. Big inhale, keep this transition nice and crisp. Exhale back, down dog. It's always my mistake to get sloppy as I begin to get into the more intense parts of my practice. Cupping the right foot round, stepping the left foot forward, sweeping up to your warrior. Again, correct your position, hips in line with the short edge of your mat, core drawing in, ribs drawing in, hands up. You got this. Feel strong. Feel like you could press through the ground. Handstands, I love them not because they're showy offy, although that is an element. I am an extrovert. But it's also because it makes me feel so strong. You have got this. You are working. You are building strength. It's not about aggression. It's not about taking anything out on yourself, about punishing yourself. It's about building self-worth. It's about allowing your body and allowing your strength to reflect how wonderful and amazing you are. Okay, when you're ready again, let's try 3 of those little hop forwards. Inhaling, hopping forward, trying to keep that line. Exhaling back. Inhaling, hopping forward. Exhaling back. Remember, slower is stronger. Oh, I've overcorrected. Hopping forward. Exhaling back. Bring the hands down. Have that moment, allowing yourself to sink into your more habitual warrior pose. Breathe here. Maybe close your eyes. Just tune back into how your body's feeling. Maybe experiencing how the different sides feel different. And on the next exhale, bringing the hands down, planting, rooting through the hands, stepping back, lowering down. Inhale, lifting through the core. Exhale, rolling back, downward dog. Awesome. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to try some kick hops to the front of the mat. So by kick hops, I want you to remember those activated arms that we had. And now we're working on that activated core. So we're now keeping the arms and the core kind of straight and solid. We're going to kick one leg up and use the other one as a spring. And then swap. So again, kicking one leg up. But instead of allowing my arms to collapse and allowing this to be a donkey kick like this, I'm keeping my gaze between my fingers. I'm lifting and lengthening. I'm keeping as much straight and solid as I can. I'm only moving the kicking leg. Nice. So when you've had a few kick hops to the front of your mat, take an inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale up into that chair pose, feels strong. Exhale, relax. And again, inhale, bend the knees, sweep up, gaze up. Practicing your balance. Exhale, bring your hands down, just kind of tummy button level. Draw your belly away from your fingers like you're holding a burning hot something. Just lift 1 foot away from the floor. Just a little bit away from the floor. It doesn't need to be all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale, opposite leg up for 5. Keep everything engaged. 4, tummy drawing away. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale, sweep those hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, half fold. Exhale, hop, skip, jump your way back to your plank position. Take an inhale. I need one. Exhale, find your way to the mat. Inhale, lifting to your cobra or your up dog. Exhale, rolling back, down dog. Quick transition, cupping your left foot round, stepping your right foot forward. Sweeping up to your warrior A. Holding it here for me, guys. And then we're going to take some arm rotations. So one arm is going to reach all the way forward, so your shoulder plugs out of its socket. And one arm is going to reach all the way backwards, so your shoulder plugs out of your socket in the other way. And you're twisting towards your bent knee. Open, lift, exhale, back. One more time. Keep that nice solid position. Open, lift, inhale, back. See if you can keep those arms really reaching. It's not really about the twist here, it's about the reach through the arms. Inhale and exhale. Bring it all back into center. We're going to take one arm backwards, one arm forwards for 1, swap over, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to the center. And then we're going to push a wall for 1. As I push forward, my ribs are going backwards, my shoulders going forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, hands to the floor. This time we're going to try a kick back if you would like. So otherwise stepping back, otherwise kicking off your front foot and swapping the feet around. If that works for you, great. Otherwise, swap the feet around. Inhale, lift up. Opposite foot is at front. So that should be the left foot at the front. And we're going to do the same thing, but in the opposite direction. So you're turning towards your bent knee, really stretching those shoulders out of their sockets, drawing the ribcage in, bending into that front knee. With an inhale, you're going to lift that front hand. With an exhale, you're going to bring it back for 1. Inhale, keep pressing through the legs. 2. Inhale. 3. And then spiral the hands. This time in a more haphazard way. See if you can keep your balance, keep your solidity in the legs and the core while your hands are going crazy. Do not hit anyone. Or if you do, make sure they deserved it. Okay, awesome. Okay, and exhale, bring the hands down. This time, we're going to hop back into our plank position. Keep the knees bent and elbows bent. Don't land in a solid plank, because that can be a little bit unfriendly on your joints. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back to your downward dog. Breathe here. Awesome. So again, we're going to kick to the front of the mat, but I want you to see if you can really think about holding for a moment this time. So we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. We're going to take the hands just a little bit, about hand distance in front of the foot. We're going to lift up, press. Maybe this is too much for you, maybe you need to take it a little bit wider. We're going to lift up one leg. You're going to kick up and see if you can find a hold. Hold and down. Same thing on the other side. Just playing, we're going to do this loads more intensely. So this is just a play to get you to the front of the mat. Hold and then hop the feet forward. Hold. You can see which is my best side. Hold. And find your way to the front of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to your chair pose. Both feet together, this time coming onto the toes. Bring your hands to belly button level, drawing the belly away for 5, 4, maybe come right up into the toes. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Amazingly, you're doing so well. Okay, one more round of Stone Arm Scar B, then we get into the real juicy stuff. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your hands up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Option here to try a crow jump back. Option to just step back to your plank position. Lowering your way. Inhale, lift, cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, down dog. Stepping the right foot forward, left foot cups round, sweeping into warrior A, and then opening out into warrior B. So back foot is in line with the short edge of your mat, front foot, knee is bending towards the short edge, so you're pushing the mat away. Awesome. Spending a moment here, maybe bouncing a little bit into that front leg, just really feeling those legs nice and active, pushing into the ground, opening the chest. Awesome. Then we're going to take the front arm, bring it behind our head, take the elbow and just draw back to open that side of the body. Relax the head and neck. Breathe here for 5, 4, keep the legs active. 3, hips open. 2, and 1. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back. Lower down your way. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, roll back, downward dog. Same thing, other side, left foot forward, right foot cups around, sweep up. And then exhale, open. Strong arms, strong legs, pushing into the mat. Use your breath. That exhale grounds you where you are. And again, when you're ready, maybe a little pulse. Keep everything nice and strong. With an inhale, take that front arm, bring it behind you, and open across the body. And then maybe a few more seconds there, actually. 3, 2, 1. Before cartwheeling all the way down, stepping back. Bring your knees to the floor. Take a rest for a moment. We're just going to rehab our wrists a little bit. So we've got a lot more work to come, but not much more of the class left. Hello, Theo. Nice. Maybe bring your hands down, facing outwards, rolling through the shoulders. Maybe you're pressing on the backs of the wrists, just doing some circles. The fly has just upset the dog. Wherever you are, consciously realizing where your edge is, where you get the sensation. And don't push too much into that. Okay. When you're ready, releasing those hands out. And we're going to do some tuck jumps now to the front of the mat again. We're going to get another opportunity to practice these in the class in the next 10-15 minutes. So don't overdo it. This is just a taster. It's just to get a little sniff, because it's always frustrating if you only try something once. So we're going to start, and we're going to re-engage this position. And we're going to lift up. And we're just going to get a few squeezes into the chest of the knees, just noticing how that feels. And from here, the idea is we get our hips, shoulders, and wrists all stacked. Now, I'm so tired today, I'm not sure I'm going to get there. No, my shoulders are buckling. I need to push the ground away more. Lovely. But that is what we're looking for, that little jump. 30-minute sleep is starting to hit in wherever you are. Maybe your jumps look more like this. That's great. The thing I don't want to see compromised is I don't want your jumps to be bent arms, saggy bodied, and I don't want them to come from the bum. So lock out the bum, lock out the core. The jump is coming from the legs only. Okay, once you've got to the front of the mat, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up into your chair position. Awesome. Holding chair. We're going to do some fun stuff walking back now. So we're going to bring our hands to the floor. Nice. And we're going to walk back super slowly into our plank. We're going to get our plank nice and strong, shoulders stacked over the wrists. We're going to do 5 to 10 shoulder shrugs. So shoulder shrugs are where you let your whole body sink, but keep everything nice and tight. It's just the shoulders. 2, 3, maybe you're going for 10, do them a little bit faster. 4, 5. Then we're going to walk back, but we're going to walk back just by rocking the body, keeping it as strong as possible. And it's almost like we're resisting the movement as we walk back towards our feet. Awesome. When we're in a kind of chihuahua pose, We're going to turn the fingers slightly in. We're going to do some little hops. Maybe it just looks like this. Maybe you're keeping it low. Maybe you rise or raise a leg. But what I want to see is that although your arms are bending, your body isn't floppy. So you've still got that nice straight line, still got those ribs tucked in. Oh, if you are still going, amazing, swap over legs. For the rest of us, walking all the way back to the feet, taking the toes, maybe bending the knees, and coming into a forward fold. Wherever you are, if you're still doing some press-ups with the hands, maybe walking back now into your forward fold. Releasing the head and the neck. Awesome. And then when you're ready, I want you to take those hands in front of you. I want you to lean into the hands. I want you to draw those knees to your chest. If you can, hover through. If that looked like an impossible feat, watch my jump through, jump back workshops. Okay, and it is an impossible feat for most people. Coming into this amazing seated posture. Breathe here for 1, 2, grounding again, letting the face relax, letting go of what hasn't been, that's fine. 3, 4, 5. When you're ready, point the toes. We're going to sweep the hands round, arch the back, or hollow the body. Inhale, open. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale, hands up, open, send the thumbs back. Exhale. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we close the hands. We're going to roll the body down into a boat position. Low back on the floor, squeezing the legs together, squeezing the bum. Literally drawing down through everything we can. I'm going to move a little bit this way. If you're feeling super pro, raise the hands above the head. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crunches up, knee up. So 1, 2, 3. You can hold the legs if you need to. 4, 5. Once you get to the top, if you can, roll all the way onto the feet. It might take a few rocks and rolls. If you're rocking and rolling, focus on keeping the knees into the chest. And all the way up. And find your standing position again. Into chair. Holding here. Feeling nice and strong. Maybe boogieing if you've got some music on. And then exhale, hands down. Again, we're going to walk those feet up. Find that plank. Hold here, find those shoulder shrugs once you've got that nice solid plank. Squeeze the legs together. Extending out through the feet, extending through the neck. And those shoulders. If this feels super easy, maybe go round in the shoulders. Amazing. And then walking back, but doing this by rocking, moving as little of your body as possible. All the way to a kind of chihuahua downward dog. Maybe the knees are bent here. And again, we're going to do 5 to 10 little. Pressing the ground away, keeping the ribs engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finding that forward fold again. Maybe this time you take the hands underneath the feet. The challenge I always set people is to try and come up onto their toes. Please don't try it at home without a lot of cushions in front of you. It's very hard. So wherever you are with the press-ups, if you've lifted your leg, make sure you swap over and find your forward fold. And then option here, if you're a super pro handstander and you're very used to it and you're just doing this for conditioning, then you can lean into the hands and this can be your first roll up into handstand of the day. Ooh, really struggling today. When you're ready, inhale, everyone else coming up into a standing position, onto the toes, find your handstand position. So, hips forward, ribs in, pressing through the feet, shoulders up to the ears, really, really strong. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the bum, onto the tiptoes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then everyone together, we're going to exhale, bend down onto the knees, inhale. See if we can spring up into that position and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, tiptoe the front of your mat. Exhale here, inhale, open out to the long edge of your mat. Exhale, breathe it out for a second. Whew, your heart should be going now. Inhale, sweep it up again. Exhale, fold. Maybe you take the toes, maybe the hands go down. Just releasing the head and neck out. An option to stay here. Just relaxing. Or option to try some handstanding with me. So this is going to be handstand round number 1. We're then going to go back down and do some core. And we're going to do a final handstand round, and then it'll be rest time. So if you're practicing handstands with me, maybe you just do a lean, taking your hands in front of your feet, about a hand to 2 hands distance, shoulder distance apart, pressing, hollowing the body, and just tilting the weight. I'll do it this way for you as well. Tilting the weight into the hands and seeing if you can push enough to get everything lined up. For those of you that are a little bit pro, maybe you jump a little bit. Maybe you try and jump your feet from one side to another side. And if you're super, super pro, maybe you hold. I'm finding this way harder than I normally do. And if you're super, super pro, maybe you practice the little doggy peeing against a lamppost. So you lift one leg and the other flies up with it. So whatever you're working on, avoid the temptation to rush like I always do. Bring it back, go through the basics. Am I pushing? Am I hollowing my body? Am I squeezing and activating everything I can? Am I driving the floor away? Am I thinking, lift, 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 lift? And am I leaning into the handstand? A lot of times, and I do this as well, is I don't lean into the handstand. So I'll be here and I'll kind of be like, oh, I don't want to lean forward with my head and my shoulders anymore. So I'll just try and jump with my legs. And that ends up leaning into a banana. So make sure you're leaning and stacking everything you can, just a little bit more forward than you think it needs to be in order to get your handstand. Just a few more seconds here. For those in a fold, starting to bring yourself down onto the ground. When you're ready, handstanders, if you want to try it, you can super slowly skid your way to the floor. Landing in a wide leg position, take an inhale. Charge up all that handstanding energy. Exhale. Bring it down. Once more. Inhale. All that handstanding energy. Exhale. Bring it down. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it to one side. Keep that thigh plugged. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it to the other side. Keep that seat bone plugged. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it forwards. Maybe for 5 seconds, maybe for 10 seconds. If you want to pause here, take a breather, just work on your forward fold, that's great. If you're like, how is she pancake like this? And you're kind of stuck like this, then bend your knees and roll to sit onto your hip bones. Sometimes this is enough of a movement for someone to get that sense of stretch. Amazing. When you're ready, everyone rolling up, swing your feet to the front. Last little bit of core before we chillax. So, when I say chillax, we have one more session of handstand. Point those toes. Take an inhale. Exhale. Cut the hands forward. Cross them over. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Bring those hands in front of you. Super, super slowly. Roll onto your boat. Maybe taking the hands above you. Hold this for 5, 4, lift the chest, relax your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Little touch for 5. You can double this if it's easy. 4, squeeze the legs together. 3, I'm reminding myself. 2, and 1. Rock and roll up to your standing position. Okay, take a moment, take a breather. You're at the front or in the middle of your mat somewhere. Take your feet hip distance apart. And breathe. So maybe you want to move to a wall. Maybe you just want to relax for this part of the class. It's another 2 minutes of handstands. Maybe you're working on something you've previously worked on. For some people, just this position will be enough to begin to build strength. So maybe you're in child's pose, just learning to activate the arms by pressing the hands into the ground. Or maybe you're following me like the crazy crew that you are. Okay, so when you're ready, we're just going to practice kicking up to handstand. So you're going to outstretch your hands, hollow your body. Now I haven't handstanded today because I'm so tired, so forgive me, this is not going to be beautiful. But you're hollowing already and your aim is to not lose that shape. You're going to bring your hands to the floor, gazing forward, 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 and lifting. Okay? So we'll try that again, see if I can not knock out a plant. Pushing, hollowing, coming to the floor. This can be done a little bit, oh, I kicked a sofa, a little bit quicker. Pushing, hollowing, hands, push, down. That's all you need. Sometimes maybe the feet meet each other. Push. Maybe they don't. Okay. So wherever you are, having a little play. My ego is like, thank God you made it. You did one handstand. Now you can sleep. Remember, it doesn't actually matter if you've got to the handstand. You've spent a good 40 minutes moving, getting your heart pumping, getting your mind working, learning new ways to move your body. It's not always about drilling the same thing as well when it comes to handstand technique. Sometimes your handstands are just great. Sometimes your handstands are a little bit rubbish. Sometimes you've got it, sometimes you don't. It's a lot like life, and that's another reason I love handstands. Is sometimes life is moving with you, and sometimes life is moving against you. And when you wake up in the morning, you can't always tell which way it's going to go. So just enjoy what you've got. You've got some music on in the background or not. You're like me and have music on in your head all the time. Maybe taking a little jiggle now. Just shaking the handstand stress off. You don't need to handstand to be a good person, but it's fun anyway. Amazing. So, everyone together. Exhaling when you're ready, coming down to that child's pose, meeting those sensible people who are already there. Forehead to the floor. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. And on the inhale of these deep breaths, I want to see how much you can fill the back of your rib cage, expanding into the air that is around you. And on the exhale, I want you to see how much you can feel the contact of your hands, your forehead, and your shins on the floor. If this is uncomfortable, maybe rolling a mat and placing it either between the shins and the thighs or under the ankles. Inhaling deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhaling deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling deeply for 1, 2. Keep breathing. 3, 4, 5. Maybe hold for a second and exhaling. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath. Inhale fully for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale everything out. Empty your lungs. Every last bit. On the next inhale, gently roll up. Lovely. If you need to, you can pad your knees for this. We're going to inhale up, and we're just going to do some shoulder opening. So to start with, I want you to stretch those shoulders all the way forward, swim them backwards, interlock your hands, lift through the heart, push forward through the hips, open the heart, and just imagine you're just kind of shuffling those shoulders, keeping the head and neck relaxed. Just breathing into the front of the body. If this hurts the low back, please keep the core engaged, or just bring it down, You can do this here. This actually feels really nice and grounded. And then option from here to maybe take it into a camel, hands on hips, opening heart. Maybe take it all the way back, feet and heels. Just find what works for you today, but remember, you have worked hard, so be nice to yourself. One last big inhale. Exhale, bring it down into what we call fallen angel. So bum over hips, heart towards the ground, melting here. Take an inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right armpit and gaze to the left, letting everything sink here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the left hand, thread it underneath the right armpit. Gaze in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Come onto all fours, take a few cat-cows, let the neck roll out. And then making your way either through a vinyasa or just by rolling over your legs onto your back. Good. Bring the knees together, take the feet out to the sides. Take the arms out to the sides, tuck the shoulders underneath. And just rest here for 5 to 10 breaths. It's my favourite range. It's a massive range. It's literally double. Everyone's body is different, so just allowing yourself to connect to the wave of the breath again, allowing the eyes to grow slightly heavy, allowing the face to relax. Knowing that you do not have to do anything else in this moment. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, and I am so happy you're there. You have worked hard, you have dedicated time to yourself, to your journey. Everyone steps onto their yoga mat with different intentions. Yoga is not something that gives everyone a specific result. You find in yoga, you draw out of yoga the things that you struggle with, you find them. You are confronted by your impatience, by your frustration. You learn to let them go. Learn to enjoy the journey. You learn to love all of the little things, all of those moments when your breath connects with your movement, and your hand connects with the floor, and your core engages and you feel so strong. All of those moments make the yoga. And it reminds you that when you get so fixated in life, on the big things, on the goals, on the results, you miss the beauty in each and every tiny moment. The smile of a stranger, the touch of a hand, fresh pen to fresh paper. Just going to do a little spinal twist now, letting our knees drop to one side. Letting the shoulders reach down towards the earth, letting the whole body unravel and unwind. Inhaling back to center, exhaling across onto the other side. And then when you're ready, bringing everything back into the center, squeezing the knees into the chest. And we're going to move on to Shavasana now, or our final relaxation position. So when you're ready, allowing your feet to spread out, taking any last movements you need, a stretch, a strain, a headstand, a handstand, whatever it is that your body is craving truly and deeply. And then find your way, stretching your legs out, stretching your arms out, relaxing your neck, maybe getting a blanket or a pillow. Just finding some way you can rest. Knowing that you're safe. Knowing that there's nothing else in this moment you need to do but breathe. Fully and deeply. The inhale lifts and rises through the chest. The exhale grounds and anchors you down. This is where I leave you now in your relaxation, to watch the breath, to feel the movement, to allow your thoughts to just pass by. You do not need to engage with anything right now. Being here is enough. Thank you so much. When you're ready, you can come back up to seated and take a few breaths in seated. Think of something you're grateful for. Let a smile spread across your lips. But for now, thank you. And if you would like to donate anything to my PayPal, then the details will be available in the comments section or below the video. Much love.